What if I told you the heating system in your modern home has roots in a 2,000-year-old Roman villa? Or that the concrete skyscraper outside your window wouldn't exist without ancient ingenuity? Prepare to discover Rome's forgotten technological marvels and how they secretly shape the world you live in today. Did you know that many of the technologies we think of as modern were actually invented by the Romans over 2,000 years ago? Ancient Rome was more than just gladiators and emperors. It was a hotbed of innovation. Some of their inventions were so advanced that when the empire fell, the knowledge was lost for centuries, only to be rediscovered much later. Let's dive into some of Rome's most amazing lost technologies. First up, Roman concrete. This stuff was legendary. While our modern concrete might crack after a few decades, Roman structures like the Pantheon are still standing strong after 2 millennia. What was their secret? They mixed volcanic ash, lime, and seawater, creating a material that was not only incredibly durable, but could even self-heal. Researchers are just now unlocking the full chemistry behind this, hoping to create greener, longer-lasting concrete for our future cities. Imagine buildings that repair themselves. The Romans were already doing it. Next, let's talk about roads. The saying "all roads lead to Rome" was literally true. The Romans built over 50,000 miles of incredibly sophisticated roads. These weren't just dirt paths. They were multi-layered, crowned for drainage, and built in perfectly straight lines whenever possible. Their design was so effective that some of these ancient roads are still in use today. And the principles they established for efficient travel and water management continue to influence how we build our highways. But how did they supply their massive cities with water? They mastered hydraulic engineering with their aqueducts. These architectural marvels transported millions of gallons of fresh water over vast distances, using nothing but gravity. This constant supply of clean water fed the city's fountains, homes, and, of course, the famous Roman baths. And what goes and must come out, their advanced sewer systems. Like the Cloaca Maxima in Rome, were engineering feats that significantly improved public health by removing waste and preventing disease. This laid the groundwork for the modern sanitation systems we rely on every single day. Ever wonder about the origins of central heating? No further than the Roman hypocaust system. This was an ingenious form of underfloor heating. They would raise the floor on pillars and build channels inside the walls. A furnace would then pump hot air through this space, warming the floors and rooms from below. It was a luxury for the wealthy, but it is the direct ancestor of the cozy radiant floor heating and central heating systems we have in our homes today. Beyond these massive infrastructure projects, the Romans were also masters of mechanics. They used water mills to harness the power of rivers, automating the grueling task of grinding grain into flour. This was an early form of industrialization, using natural energy to power machines centuries before the Industrial Revolution. They also developed complex gear systems for various devices, from lifting heavy loads to powering siege engines. Even the way we consume information was shaped by the Romans. Before them, knowledge was stored on clumsy scrolls. The Romans popularized the codex, what we now know as a bound book with pages you can flip. This made reading, storing, and accessing information so much easier. They also invented sophisticated surveying tools like the gramma and dioptra, which allowed for the incredible precision needed to build their straight roads and perfectly sloped aqueducts. So much of what we take for granted, from the concrete in our foundations and the layout of our cities to the books on our shelves, has roots stretching back to ancient Rome. It's fascinating to see how these forgotten technologies were so far ahead of their time, shaping not just their world, but ours as well. The legacy of Roman engineering is all around us, a silent testament to a civilization that truly built for eternity. If you found this look into ancient tech as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.